in, come on in, come on in, come on in. Oh. I was just live a few moments ago. There was a headphone problem. I had to go out and come back in. And I'm really happy I did, because at the end of the broadcast, I showed you all some of my art. And the only thing that I can say is, if you haven't in a while, go to the local art store, get yourself some tools, and just get a paper and then just doodle and see what's on the inside and let it come out. Today, we're going to be looking at a video from a person by the name of Jonathan Pye. I've been feeling really inundated, overwhelmed, withdrawn, sad. I've been feeling a lot of different feelings lately. And watching this video yesterday, or listening to it when I was driving, when I was listening, it said, so I played it back to back so many different times. And I'm hoping that for those of you who don't have the words to articulate, you feel something is the matter, and you may not have the words to articulate what that may be. This video really does a lot of that. So welcome in. I see we have Atlanta in the house. I am just going to go ahead and get live on all platforms, because we were live already and we're taking a hit because of the, coming back to back with the same title. Oh, you know what? Before we do that, let me have you all. One person has already gotten it started. Let me know where you're coming in from. Are you coming in from the U.S.? Which state or city in the U.S.? It's up to you how much you share. That's another thing. I've been feeling really inundated about these websites, Meta, and how involved they are in our lives. And I saw yesterday that Meta had been collecting the websites I've been going to for the past 2 years. And the thing is, I turned off my the browser stuff and all of that. I turned it off, but it still came back. It still came back. I don't know how, but I've just been feeling really overwhelmed, and I'm hoping that playing this video will acknowledge what you're feeling, because I've been unfollowing people who are ignoring what's going on. It's happening, and we need to talk about it. So we got Texas in the house, Brooklyn in the house. Okay, come on. Where else we got? Where else we got? We got, come on, let me see some more. All I see is Texas and Brooklyn. But you know what? The numbers are suppressed on this video anyway, but I just sent out the text to the text notification squad, and people are coming back in. Ohio's in the house. Okay. All right. Jersey's in the house. All right. All right. Where else? Where else we got? Where else we got? Where else we got? Okay. Detroit's in the house. We got Motor City in the house. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. We got Queens in the house. We deep in New York right now. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and get live on all of these platforms. I'm just going to get live quickly. We're live on Facebook. We're live on LinkedIn. We're live on Twitch. And we are live on TikTok. And of course, we are live on YouTube, which is the main platform. Today, we're going to be looking at this video from this guy right here by the name of Jonathan Pye. Come on now. Years ago. All right, so here we go. So we're going to be looking at a video from Jonathan Pye, and he is either a personality or a news reporter. I'm not sure, because his commentary is so poignant, but I don't know if he's an official reporter. His page is Jonathan Pye News and Jonathan Pye Reporter. So maybe I don't know. You tell me, but we're going to get right into it. His video is rather long. It's about 9 minutes. And so we are going to be stopping it when he says something that I want to give commentary on, because I'm not going to play it twice. This video will be more than an hour long, so I'm going to stop it because people get distracted. Then the next thing you know, they don't get back to the video, and then they never hear my commentary. So So I'm going to be giving my commentary during. And if there's anyone who doesn't like that style of the pausing, etc., the link to his exact video is in the description. You can go watch his video. After you watch this, go support his channel and watch the video again over there. Oh, Deborah is saying he's a comic. Okay. I mean, that can make some sense too. I'm not familiar with him. If you are in the UK and you're familiar with him, I feel you on that. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it here.
4 years ago, he left Washington in disgrace, but looking at the reception he's received today...
Let's start again. Here we go.
4 years ago, he left Washington in disgrace, but looking at the reception he's received today, he has returned a conquering hero. Let's take a look at some of the day's highlights. Who wrote that? A conquering hero? Fucking hell. What's that? Snowflake? Me? Oh yeah, because 4 years ago when Biden won fair and square, all the MAGAs were all going, oh, I'm so sad. Oh, I know, let's go and hang Mike Pence. Who were the snowflakes then? Yeah? I once believed that Trump was a blip, a skid mark of history, and yet, as it turns out, did you see that Piers Morgan has suggested that Trump could win the Nobel Peace Prize? And he might be right. Because, you know, this administration, it's going to go for the big boys. Yeah, that famous axis of evil. Panama, Canada, the UK and Greenland. Yeah, he's considering taking the Panama Canal and Greenland by military force and annexing Canada, which is no different to how China talks about Taiwan or Putin about Ukraine. Pure despotism, if that's a word. Bullying its own allies by either threatening invasion or crippling tariffs. Step in line or we will destroy you, with Musk mooting that America could liberate the Brits from their tyrannical government. That's after he called on our unelected monarch to mount a coup d'etat. And half the UK clapping like seals, going, well, I'd rather have a foreign invasion than Keir Starmer in number 10. I mean, we know that Trump and his billionaire minions don't respect their own democracy, so of course they treat everyone else's with contempt, unless of course they're right-wing populists, in which case, you know, from MAGA to MEGA. Make Europe great again. They love Maloney, they love Orban, the AFD, which is as near to actual Nazis as the Germans have gone since, well, the Nazis.
Well, you know what? Listen, I saw a video, because I saw this video yesterday, and I saw a video of Elon Musk speaking on the stage of an AFD conference. And these people are really talking some very frightening things. And Elon Musk is in the midst of all of it. We already saw his salute twice. And I mean, can we call it a dog whistle? Because the people who it was meant for saw it. And they're getting in line right now. Hey, peer together. You know you have to send me 2 hellos because it's 2 of you. You're paired together, but the hellos must be separate. Okay, let's continue in.
This should send a shiver down everyone's spine, but it doesn't. Why? Well, Labour cut winter fuel payments, so I think Elon Musk should decide who runs the country. The spectre of the richest man in the world trying to buy reform into government should give us all pause for thought, but it doesn't, does it? Why? Well, because Rachel Reeve is a twat. What happened? What happened? We lost. That's what happened. The left have lost. We've lost the argument. We've lost our relevance. We've lost the plot. The left have forgotten what being left-wing is, to the point where the left, we're not even on the left anymore. We've handed our natural territory to right-wing populists, right?
Yes.
When I was growing up, being left-wing was all about freedom of speech and free expression and bridging the gap between rich and poor. But then the left liberal elite decided en masse to abandon the class struggle and instead alleviated the guilt it felt every time it avoided eye contact with yet another homeless person by petitioning the local arts centre for gender-neutral toilets.
All right, I'm going to stop it right there. the Democratic Party made a huge faux pas by going so far liberal with unrealistic, unpopular ideals. And what he said right here, when he said that part right there, I was like, oh yeah, yeah. I felt vindicated because I was like, because there's even a part of me that listening to some of these foolish changes rolled, like we should have never had people whose little testicular mass had been pumping out testosterone in them from birth. We should have never had those people competing against biological females. We had to, because like we lost the plot. Let me just listen. We went so far into the ridiculous with unpopular ideas that we had people who struggled with voting Democrat because of the effery and how far the foolishness could go. So Donald Trump just recently took biological males out of or passed some sort of something that said biological males could no longer be in women's prisons, right? We did a report on this last year where we talked about how there were thousands of biological males that were trying to get into the women's prisons, some of them who had been accused of crimes. And some of them were hurting the women that they were in the prisons with. The Democrats did not hear the people's cry. They were so busy. And then listen, let me tell you, there is so much racism baked into the Democratic Party that with all of the Democratic presidents that we've had, that we have not had controls in place so that a racist fool could get into the White House and erase the little bit of advancements that we've had. This country is at the precipice. So let me tell you, it's at the precipice of tremendous change. And right now is the time that people are going to have to decide who it is that they are. I showed you all some art in the last video that I did. I've already made the video private, so if you have the link to it, you'll see some of the art that I've done. And in the breakdown of one of the pieces, I'm like, with the boundary, if we go far to the other side, we get to decide who we are and then come back. When I heard about biological males getting taken out of women's prisons, I was like, yeah, damn right. But then I thought, you know what? Some of those people have already undergone their quote unquote transition. And some of these people are not a threat. You see, what part of the issue has been is that the people from the LGBTQPIA2 movement, they let the guardrails off. And they started talking about how common sense law, common sense regulations was phobia. They were so effing busy trying to say, well, if I say that I'm a thing, then I am that thing. Rather than really creating the checks and balances of how do we create a system to verify that the people who are getting afforded certain things really have that thing going on inside of their head. Right? So now even me, I'm having to be like, well, some of those people, should they be in a male prison? Should they be in a female prison? Or should they have their own space? What would that look like? You see, because it got so far into the effery, into the foolishness, that people are saying that being a woman means nothing. That there is no such term as woman. Well, if there's no such term as woman, then what is it that you're trying to be? It's like being a woman mean nothing. Being black doesn't even mean anything anymore, with the amount of people coming to me telling me that they're black, and I'm looking at them like, really? It's like we lost our sense and sensibility. Like if nothing means anything, then nothing means nothing. If so, and so this is the sad part. It's that it took a hate monger to come in to bring in some effing common sense, so that people who would want to be liberal or progressive have to side with a person who is a hate monger in order to get some damn common sense back. Because let me tell you, listen, you all know I'm in a university, and listen, there's some things that I can't even say because it's against policy and blah 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 blah. But I'm being asked to, like, people, I gotta remember, instead of remembering grammatical, like grammar, I have to remember who means this or that. And if I don't, then I am being hateful, that I have to refer to certain people as plural, but other people as singular, and other people as this or that. And I understand, listen, it just takes a little while to kind of figure all of this out, or does it? It's gotten to the point that I don't even want to refer to people as anything. I just say this person, that person was just standing here. You can't say nothing to me. I'm referring to you as that person. I was talking to a person the other day, and that person said XYZ. So this is weird. This is where we are. So I'm gonna roll that back just a little bit, because it's like that's what happened. You got people talking about using tax dollars to pay for the surgeries of people who may just need a little bit of therapy. Like, I personally do not feel that surgeries are the answer. I feel that there's a lot of mental unwellness that comes with feeling like you were born wrong. There's a lot of mental unwellness that comes along with that. And instead of really addressing the underlying issues, we are blowing smoke up people's behind, telling them that they can be a thing that they will never be able to be. You are unique. Like the Native Americans call it two-spirit. Call yourself two-spirit, but you are not X, Y, or Z if you're not X, Y, or Z. This is just the fact of the matter. And it's unfortunate that it took a hate monger getting into office for people to finally grab some sense and sensibility about some of this stuff. It's like, where does it end? Where is the boundary? Neutral language as possible sometimes are wrong. I don't give a fuck. I'm telling you that right now. I don't give a fuck. Quote me on that. Put quotation marks in the beginning and the end. I will refer to you as this human, because that's what, if you don't want to be called human or person, or look, I don't know what else to say. You're going to have to really just have a conversation with somebody else. I'm going to avoid you altogether. I can live my life without that. I can live my life without that. And if you don't want to give me a job or position or something, that's fine. I'll make my own money. I'll make my own money. I'll make my own money. I don't know what else to say, because if my job, if me making money is standing in between me acknowledging something that I know to be a damn lie, then keep the money. I don't need it. I don't need it. Jonathan Pye, I thought he may have been a comedian. Somebody else said, I just referred to him as a personality, but for brevity's sake, I'm calling him a reporter in the title of the video. Let's continue moving forward. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say.
The Democratic Party amazed that by abandoning the working classes abandoned them.
Just a moment, let me go back for him.
To right-wing populists, right? When I was growing up, being left-wing was all about freedom of speech and free expression and bridging the gap between rich and poor. But then the left liberal elite decided en masse to abandon the class struggle and instead alleviated the guilt it felt every time it avoided eye contact with yet another homeless person by petitioning the local arts centre for gender-neutral toilets. The Democratic Party amazed that by abandoning the working classes abandoned them. And look at the Labour Party here. Labour. The clue is in the title, and yet they spent half of last year unable to define what a working person is. No wonder they are about as popular as a cancer diagnosis, with many of their natural supporters treating Nigel Farage like the second coming. When you concentrate on diversity quotas rather than crippling economic inequality and tokenistic socially progressive sticking plasters while completely ignoring the poverty-stricken, look what happens.
Yes, yes. You know what? Listen, there's a few different things that I want to address. Some of them I'm not going to address for brevity's sake. I want to keep moving forward. This is exactly the issue. There's so much racism baked into our societies that we've put band-aids or plasters, as the British say it, plasters. We've put plasters over it, band-aids, adhesive strips, whatever we're calling them nowadays, instead of really fixing the issue. We had DEI, listen, we never got rid of the hate in people's hearts. We allowed them to get on police forces. We never baked it into the curricula to make sure that everyone was learning the truth about this country, not just here, but abroad. I had to go to Nicaragua to find out about the Sandinistas and what our government was doing in other people's lands to, like, for real, to mess up their economies. We're talking about the immigrants, but not talking about, and for those of you who are not on TikTok, I did a whole piece on it. It's in Spanish. But I did a whole piece on how we are talking about the Mexicans and all of these people being over here, but not talking about what drove them over here. Talking about the people in Latin America that have come, but why are they here? What did we do to their countries and their economies that made it uninhabitable for them to be in their own land? This is the video that I did. Here, I'll show you all right here. This is the, oh, did I close it? No, I didn't close it. I'll bring it over. This is the video I did. And I talked about it piece, step by step.
Porque en realidad, ustedes no tienen la culpa.
Ok, gracias por su video y disculpa mi español porque pasa mucho tiempo que no hablo. Pero hablo y hay palabras que no sé y esas palabras yo voy a decir en inglés. Ok.
And I say it.
Tú dijiste que no es la culpa del mujer.
It's not the fault of the woman who was crying.
Por borda.
Frontera. I forgot that word.
Entonces yo voy a decir Malpaso porque ese es la lugar en Dominican Republic. Entre Haiti se llama Malpaso.
All right.
Y entonces, mira, escúchame. ¿Quién tiene la culpa?
Who has the fault?
¿Quién?
Who?
Yo quedé por 6 meses
I
en
was
Latinoamérica.
in Latin America for 6 months.
Hay una cosa que yo sé por
There's
cierto.
one thing I know for sure.
Los Estados Unidos
The United States
hace cosas
did things
en este país
in those countries
que destruyenlo.
that destroyed them.
¿Por qué la mujer necesita entrar?
So this is what I was talking about, right? In that video. We talk about the immigrants, but we don't talk about how the United States decimated these people's countries that made them have to come over here in the first doggone place. Why aren't we addressing that? Then I heard something about how they want to make it so that Native Americans are illegal immigrants. Listen, I told you all about this the very day after after the election. I told you all, listen, the 14th Amendment gave black people birthright citizenship. All these dumb mother effers who's sitting around talking about let's get rid of birthright citizenship. Okay, fool. Okay, let's get rid of it. I tried to tell you all the very day after the election, they're coming for birthright citizenship. They're coming for it. And listen, all of you ADOS who are so proud to be ADOS, hold on to your britches. Because birthright citizenship is how ADOS got our papers. Let them come for it. Because then your ass is next. Didn't you hear how they're building jails, private prisons for the immigrants? Talking about if you're an illegal immigrant, it is a felony punishable by up to life in prison. This is what they're doing. Yeah. What does the 13th Amendment say? Oh, slavery is illegal unless you're incarcerated, right? The thing is that the Democrats never made real change. Real racial change, because many of them are fucking racist themselves. Oh, let's talk about that. How from coast to coast, all of these ghettos are filled with black and brown people. How about that? The inequality was never solved. It was only swept underneath the rug and had some perfume sprayed on top of it. But now the funky putridness of this country, the underbelly, the underguts of this country is being shown to the world, dirty drawers and all. Yeah. So somebody is saying, shut up. Tonya has nothing to do with you. Or you saying, shut up, Tonya has nothing to do with you. Child, I don't know who you're talking to, but it's inappropriate to give a command that you can't enforce, regardless of whether you're talking to me or troll in the comments. Let's have intelligent dialogue, okay? No need to tell anyone to shut up because you're behind a computer screen. Twitter fingers, you can't force anyone to shut up online. Let's speak to one another with respect. See, this is the thing. This era is showing us each who we are. Somebody said cheap perfume at that. I know that's doggone right. Let's get back into his video. Let the man speak the truth here today before us. There's about 4 minutes left on his video. Let's go.
The poverty-stricken, look what happens. American companies abandoning diversity, equity and inclusion wholesale because now we see that the right have won the culture war because the left have done nothing but try and win the culture war for well over a decade. Although Trump dancing with the village people has probably done more for the gay community than any diversity quota ever could, let's be honest. But when the left ignore people's genuine concerns over immigration for fear of seeming a bit racist, you get nasty, opportunistic populists enacting mass deportations. When the left abandon free speech, the right pick it up and they run with it. And then they own it. And then we get to a point where...
Yes, you see what I'm saying? The left abandoned free speech. So much so that I can't even talk the truth here without worrying about whether or not I'll be able to have a job. The truth. Like, if we're not even talking about free speech, we can't even speak the damn truth. These platforms will gladly, listen, we have a problem in our country where we will gladly show something as unnatural and unproductive as violence. I remember I was on an airplane and they had some black horror movie. I didn't even make it 10 minutes into this horror movie because they all seemed so friendly, so much like friends. And then one of the black people got shot with an arrow. And like this girl, she was there with her boyfriend, and one of them got shot with an arrow, or one of them got hurt and dropped to the ground. I almost started crying on the plane. I couldn't take it. I don't know if you all know what movie this is, but I stopped watching and I said, this desensitizes us to people's pain, watching all of this violence. But if you want to talk some real words, like people are talking about grapes and PDF files, and we can't even talk the truth on these platforms. We can't. free speech is a thing of the past. You could lose your job for saying that a thing is a thing or a thing is not a thing. It's just, so then we had a hate monger come in and made it popular to use profanity and just be raunchy and real with it. Let's keep going forward.
Anyone can say anything about anyone and just label it free speech, where defamation laws are ignored by billionaire loudmouths. Free speech, innit? And the people at the very top can lie and lie and lie. Free speech, innit? When the left offer no solutions, people will begin to believe the lies of the right.
Talk
And
about
so
it.
what we get is a capricious, bloated, ill-educated, oppressive authoritarian in charge of the world's supposed greatest democracy, with a drunk Fox News host running the military, a world wrestling mogul running education, and the guy that hundreds of health experts say will be a danger to the nation's health in charge of the nation's health. And that's before we've even got to the head of the all-new Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE as it's known, which is there to slash government spending, mainly on Medicare and Social Security. By the way, Elon Musk stopped paying his Social Security payments for this year on January the 1st at 12:15 a.m. thanks to the Social Security tax cap. But Musk believes the only reason the American economy is fucked is because of overspending on public services whilst receiving billions in subsidies. Not so much
Exactly.
Dodge
So these
as
billionaires don't mind being on welfare. It is time for us to do our 30-minute dance, or our at 35-minute dance break. So if you're new here, all you have to do is get out of your seat and just do what you can. If you're cleaning, do some squats, walk down low. You know what I mean? Just do something. You just have to just move. Okay? That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do is just move. Alright? That's all I ask of you is just move. I like this song, but let's see if we can find something a little different. Let's see. Oh, this is that sexy song. Can I dance for you? All right.
Can I dance for you?
That was a cute song on one of the weekends we listened to it. Let's see what this one is all about.
Don't fit, growing mold in the basement.
I like that song when I added it, but now I don't know about that. Listen to this one here. All right, get up out your seat. Come on. Come on. Listen. Come on. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Hey. 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 If you dance for that, you got 2 minutes. Oh, you got 2 minutes of movement in for the day. And if you did it at that pace, I give you some props. Cause that, what I talk about taking low. That was not easy. Whew. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my goodness. That was fun. Son, did you get up and dance? Oh my goodness. All right. Let's get back to our story. The purpose of the movement break is just for you to move. We spend so much time sitting down in these chairs, and it doesn't matter if you look silly, goofy, whatever. Get your heart rate pumping. Just get up. Just get up and think about these dance breaks when you're not on the show, when you're at work, because I sure do. When I'm in class, I mean, I don't dance in the class, but I do get up and I stand up. I go stand in the corner. I pace back and forth because it's not healthy to be sitting down for all of these hours. And if you're at work, get up, stand up, squat, get a standing desk, get one of those things that can move your computer board up high. Just do it. Ma just saying that was fun. It was fun, wasn't it? It really was fun. Okay, let's get back to the video. That got my heart racing and everything. I'm happy about that. If you dance, go ahead and put up a number 1 or point your finger to the sky with an emoji. Put up a 1 or point your finger if you dance to that. Oh. Whew, all right. If you're ready, we're going to get back to the video here. Oh, that was so good. I feel pumped. I feel jazzed. And that's a great way to feel better too, just to get a little bit of exercise in. That was good. Yes, like, subscribe so that you'll find the channel again. Oh, okay, here we go.
Not so much dodge as tax dodge. When you're that rich, the world is your fucking chessboard. And the 3 people at the very top of the government have more wealth than the bottom half of America. With a massive concentration of ownership and wealth than at any time in our planet's history.
Yes, and you know what? Listen, I have stopped using Amazon, Walmart. I ain't doing Targets no more either. I've stopped with all of that. All of it. I was watching this video yesterday that was like, basically, like with these California fires, the people who show up are the local businesses. The people who help out, the people who donate, the people who open their doors are the local businesses. Amazon with their billions of dollars, where are they? Like, he's going to say in this that these people with the money that they have could end all of the issues that we have on earth right now. I didn't see any of these people doing anything for us. Like, Jeff Bezos has a shadow yacht so that nobody will know which yacht he's really on. One yacht goes the other one place, the other yacht goes the other. So he has to pay for a crew for a whole yacht. This man has billions of dollars. He doesn't pay his employees a fair wage. And who is he helping with all of his money? So no, I stopped using Amazon, and I recommend that you stop using it too. And I'm talking about Audible, those books. I returned the books that I had that were in there for 30 days. I returned those as well. Yeah, I'm not playing with them. I went and bought a whole different reader that has nothing to do with Kindle. Because did you know that you don't own your books or the audios that you pay for? You don't own them. You're just leasing them. They can take them off out of your Play Store at any time that they want to. And then if you don't have a Kindle reader, you cannot read any of those Kindle books. You cannot put it in an EPUB or PDF format. Did you know that? Because now I have a new reader and all of those other books I can't. Listen. Let's continue forward.
America is, as of midday today, a fully fledged tech bro oligarchy, a dangerous plutocracy of unaccountable and untouchable real-life Bond villain billionaires who between them could solve almost all of the world's problems, but instead they've decided to have a race to see who can get to Mars the quickest, whilst paying as little tax as possible. A new set of world leaders that no one voted for, who have more money.
I need you to hear that part again. They could solve world hunger. They could solve all of the world's issues with the amount of money that they have, but what are they doing with it? We've already talked about Martian souls. When I had my mushroom journey over the summer, I got a download about Martian souls and how they are among us. And they are attempting to destroy this planet like they destroyed theirs.
Get to Mars the quickest, whilst paying
Listen.
billionaires who betray oligarchy, a dangerous plutocracy of unaccountable and untouchable real-life Bond villain billionaires who between them could solve almost all of the world's problems, but instead they've decided to have a race to see who can get to Mars the quickest, whilst paying as little tax as possible. A new set of world leaders that no one voted for, who have more money.
So I don't endorse any particular product. As a matter of fact, I'll go see if they can sponsor me. But I just got a different e-reader. You have to just go search and see what will do the ones that you need it to do. What do you need from a reader? You know what I mean? What do you need?
And power than any. A new set of world leaders that no one voted for, who have more money and power than any company that has ever existed. And of course, Keir Starmer understandably will go cap in hand, hoping to rekindle that special relationship. But my guess is it'll be the sort of special relationship you get when you pick up the soap for a fellow inmate.
Ooh!
A new world order.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Listen again, because sometimes we get distracted, but I need you to hear that soap reference again. Listen.
Cap in hand, hoping to rekindle that special relationship. But my guess is it'll be the sort of special relationship you get when you pick up the soap for a fellow inmate. A new world order. A re-emergence of serfdom, a society where a select few own all the robots and all the money, and everyone else just rots because there aren't any jobs left because the robots have got them. And so the gap between the super rich and the super poor becomes so vast that it is almost like there are two species of human. And a select few will own more money, more power, more data than the rest of the entire world. And at that point, nation states and the role of government and democracy itself becomes obsolete. Which sounds terrifying to a snowflake.
You know what the crazy part about it is? I am reading Think and Grow Rich, which Napoleon Hill wrote right after the Great Depression. And some of the controls that they put in place after the Great Depression have been run back, like Glass-Steagall, which stopped banks from what did Glass-Steagall do? Glass-Steagall stopped banks from gambling with our money and having to go look it up, because I don't want to say something that's not true, and then because I'm not exactly sure what Glass-Steagall did, but I know that Glass-Steagall was one of the controls that was put in place to stop us from going back into a depression. And the Republicans rolled it back. They got rid of Glass-Steagall. They got rid of the controls that are in place. Trump is trying to give police officers immunity. We got all of these billionaires, but that are running things. But listen, in the book, Think and Grow Rich, they talked about how we have to keep money out of politics, right? So one of the things that he talked about in Think and Grow Rich is that if we allow money in politics, then we will lose our democracy and we'll have just the I don't know how they knew that was going to happen back then, but somewhere along the lines, one of the Republican administrations voted that a corporation is a person and that a corporation could donate money to a candidate, that a corporation gets a vote in terms of how they can vote with their dollars in terms of buying politicians. And this is where we are now. People are talking about where can they get books Thank you. So there's EPUB, there's local libraries. If you look up whatever library system you have, there's Simply E, there's Simple Reader. You can get audiobooks, you can get ebooks, you can get all of those things borrowed from your library. You can borrow an ebook for like 3 weeks. I mean, some of the books we got, we're not even reading those. Some of the audiobooks we have, we just buy them and have them sitting around. I know I do. So borrow them from the library, listen to them. You can take notes on them, and then you can have the notes whenever you need them. You can do a mind map. That's what I like to do when I'm listening to audiobooks, do a mind map. That way the information stays, because sometimes we'll listen to audiobooks while we're distracted and the information doesn't stay. But yeah, so there's lots of ways, because we have got to stop giving these big corporations our money. We've got to. What is the alternative?
Government and democracy itself becomes obsolete, which sounds terrifying to a snowflake like me. And all because the left have offered no alternative. The Democrats have had a decade to work out how to defeat Trump and the far-right populism, and half of that time they were in power, and they...
Exactly. Look at how they were trying to get incoherent Joe Biden to run again, so that Kamala got into the race. Look, you know what? Listen, Joe Biden, the Democrats, Joe Biden should have taken the 25th or whatever the hell it is that he needed to do, and he should have presidentialized Kamala. That way she could have done what it is that she needed to do, show what it is that she could do, and then come back in. But no, it's like these people wanted to act weak, and so now look at where it is that we are. And then not only that, they were aligned with some deeply unpopular, like, how is a boomer, a grandparent, a silent generation person, how are they going to vote for children getting what is it, trans in I don't even know how to, because they were not giving children operations while they were at school. However, they were getting in between the relationship that a parent has with their child, keeping the parent out of the loop in terms of what was happening with the child's confusion. And it's like, come on. Let's finish this up.
didn't even come close. Well, a chilly day here to say the least, but that doesn't seem to have dampened spirits for the many people who have travelled across the country.
Yeah.
It's 2031,
Yeah.
and I finally qualified.
So that is that right there. That is that right there. Thank you all so much. I don't want to stay on this broadcast very long. I wanted to cover another video, but we're so late in the day right now. Let's see. I'll see what you all are saying. I'll put your comments up. The Democrats took away the democratic process. Kamala wasn't even voted in as candidate through preliminaries. They just said Kamala will be the next presidential candidate. F it. Oh, okay. Jonathan Pye is a character played by a wonderful actor called Tom Walker. Oh, I didn't realize that. Let me update the title of the video. Okay, personality Jonathan Pye. I'll just put Tom Walker. Tom Walker, who plays Jonathan Pye. I hope your information is correct. I'll Google it right now. Give me just a second. Tom Walker. It says Scottish singer and songwriter. This is Tom Walker right there. Let me put Jonathan Pye here. Or Tom Walker comedian here. Let's see. This is who they have as Tom Walker comedian. That's not him. What is going on? Oh, snap. This is the IMDb. Is that the way he looked when he was younger? All right, so Tom Walker. Okay, so that is him. Now known for Jonathan Pye's American Pie. Okay, cool. All right, so Tom Walker. So I'll update the whatchamacallit. So he started in 2019. Okay. All right, wonderful. So we got that. All right, so let's see what you all are saying. There is nothing wrong with analog either. We have to stop giving in what we don't have to. Now there's a full-blown plutocracy. Thanks, Dad. Yeah, but you know what? One of the things that I'm realizing is these platforms are so ingrained into our society that we can't even get messages or communication without some of these platforms. Like now we got all of these Google logins, right? We got Google Calendar, we got Gmail and Facebook. Let me tell you, I wrote something in my Gmail and then I started getting ads for it on Instagram. So there's some sort of communication between Meta and Google. So, and then also people are like, oh, I'm going to send you a message on Instagram. When I meet people out in the street, instead of asking for a number, they asking for the IG. So it's like, I want to get rid of my IG. I want to get rid of Meta. I don't know how to handle this. I honestly don't know how to handle it. I took Facebook off of one of my phones and I don't know how to handle the rest of it. I don't know what to do. It's really crazy. So listen, if I am able to make a video tomorrow, I'm going to be getting out of classes really late tomorrow. I get out a little bit earlier on Tuesday. I might be able to talk about the Ace Metaphor situation. But yeah, Ace Metaphor, I interviewed him many years ago. But you all wanted to pretend as if who people are at their base, you know, the man didn't believe in therapy then, but somehow women believe that he changed. I didn't watch his bullshit ass shows. There was a lot of fuckery on me. I didn't go to any of his goddamn shows either. There's a reason why he had certain people on stage and why, even though him and I had communicated and we had done a show together, why he didn't have me on there. There's a reason why. And then now there's a woman that's coming out and exposing what was going on behind the scenes. All right, we'll talk about it. Yeah, we'll talk about it. So I don't believe her parents are black at all. I believe she is a liar. Both her parents are Indian. She is a Rachel Dolezal II. The fuck that got to do with anything? We had a choice. Look, all of that conversation is fucking over now. You better fucking pull up your goddamn pants and snap your fucking suspenders. She ain't got nothing to do with any type of politics right now. Wake the fuck up. You talking about some shit that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. She is no longer a politician. She's not even on the table. You better wake the fuck up and see what is on the table right now. What's going on? You're talking about some she ain't this or that. Who gives a damn now at this point? You better see what's before you and all of the rights that are being stripped away while you worried about who the hell is or is not black. Come on. One thing that we know for sure is that she wasn't going to pull the shit that's being pulled right now if she had gotten into office. So I don't give a fuck about none of that. Stop this madness. So many people, and let me find out, tell me that you voted for the payaso who is inside of office right now, and I will block you on the spot. Just speak up, babe. I got you right here, right now. The foolishness. I don't understand is this person a troll? Somebody saying, but it doesn't even matter. It matters not. Is anybody talking about anybody who's not in office right now? It doesn't matter. You might as well be talking about Mitt Romney or somebody else who's long gone. What was that woman's name? That I betcha I'm up in Alaska and I could see Putin from over here. I got my guns in my lodge. Who's talking about her anymore? Oh my goodness. Listen, we have a lot that's coming down the pipeline and everybody ain't on the same page and everybody ain't on the same type of time. I don't have time for the effing foolishness that some of you are talking about. I really don't. I'm doing the very best that I can to get as educated as I can to be able to make a difference in helping the women who want change. That's why I'm here. You all are talking, some people talking about some foolishness that ain't got nothing to do with nothing right now. But you know what? We got a lot of Russian bots out there. We got a lot of people that are coming in from all different types of places. We got a lot of foolishness that is going on. And a lot of you uterine holders are sitting by while we got ball draggers fucking the place up. When are you going to wake up and start taking the reins yourself? You over here talking about shit that don't effing matter. Oh my goodness. Listen. We're going to do, that's who it was, Sarah Palin. Ain't nobody talking about her no more. She's gone. She's out the news cycle. It's irrelevant now at this point. They lost. It's over. This is what we need to be paying attention to. So listen, we're going to have to get it together. Let's go out on a dance. Let's do that. Let's see. This song is called Paper Chase. Let's see what they're talking about in this song. Oh, we forgot to do the self-love lesson. We forgot to do the self-love lesson. Come on, let's see these self-love lessons. SLL, type your self-love lesson that you learned from today's video. I know what my self-love lesson is. And remember, write your self-love lesson from the positive affirmative. We're not using words like don't, not, or never. We're only talking about what it is that we do want. We're only going in that direction. That's what we're doing. The self-love lesson. So let's get to that. You know what? I think we're gonna go out to some Spanish music today. So let's talk about what we learned about a way to deepen our own self-love from today's video. I have a paper that's due tonight, so I'm not going to be able to come back out for another video. So I'm going to I'm gonna get off of here once we're done. But I want to see some of these SLLs. I want to see some of the self-love lessons that we have come across that have helped us learn to love ourselves a little bit more from today's video. I'm just waiting to type SLL and then your self-love lesson. What do you all think of my hair? I did that thing to get my hair into these little bunches. I like it with the little the new growth down at the bottom with the color. I love it. I love it. All right. I want to be my authentic self. SLL stand for something. Okay. So, or you fall for anything. Let's focus on what we do want instead of focusing on any part of what it is that we don't want. So we don't want to fall for anything. So let's talk about what we do want. Okay. SLL, I want to find more ways to spend my money with businesses whose mission statement align with me. I love that. Love that. Self-education is power. Keep concrete copies to feed the mind. Love it. Stand up for your rights when you see people trying. I will always look into information that I will be in the know and stand on my own principles. So, son, listen. You know, they say never argue with a fool, never argue with an idiot, because from afar, people can't tell which is which. And with my block finger is very fast. I almost blocked you, son. It doesn't make sense to put anything on my screen that is inflammatory and derogatory to anyone, because I don't know who you're arguing with. All I know is I saw dumb toe rags, and before too much foolishness gets on my screen, my finger just goes and blocks very quickly. Son, I almost blocked you. So please, especially right now while we're doing the self-love lessons, only concentrate on your self-love lesson, please. Because I want the people who I love and care about, and I love and care about some of you, I want you all to stay. But when you participate in verbiage that looks like a troll, I don't know, because let me tell you, the name, your screen name is very small, but your words are big for me. So it's like I almost didn't see that. So please, let's stay, let's understand the assignment. All right? Stay in the loop. Secret broadcast. Join the tech squad. That's right. Going forward, I will only focus on things that improve my mental well-being. Yes. I will mind my own business, especially, nope, you're talking about what you don't want. You're using words like enemies. Let's keep moving forward. I want to remain resolute with my doctoral program. So I am able to live my best life. Okay, let's talk about that. Oh my gosh. Crazy. Listen. You have lost your ability for your comments to be shown for the rest of this broadcast. It's as simple as that. You're off. I don't know what's going on, but you're done. I want to remain resolute. Yes, I've missed you. Yes, 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 yes. I used a sponge with some holes in it. That's what I did. And I like it. Looks like it looks like, you know what it looks like? It looks like the landscape from way up in an airplane. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. All right. So listen, I'm going to get out of here because like I said, I have a paper. I'm thinking about restarting my series of, my weeks at the school. I kind of fell off right around finals time last year. Oh, gosh. Tories is talking about people arguing, and now guess what? You're in a timeout, and your comments are off of the screen. It's like I don't know what's going on, but talk about foolishness, and you're off the screen. That's it. All right. So what else do we have here? We're gonna get out of here on a dance. And we are going to listen to some Latino music as we head out because that is where we're at now in this country. So I will see you all in the next video. Thank you for giving your, hey, come on, listen. Hey.
Seguido me verán por el y navegar con un perfil bajo el andar. Traigo pa' calder de buenas mentes, siempre al frente y bien pendiente, listos pa' accionar. No soy de problemas, pero si buscan encuentran la pacata nunca de faltar. Y bien placos son en el Acura 905, les de arremangar. Ey, siempre con mi Dios y mis sanjuditas a la orden del viejón. Y con mi compita que no falte mi amor. Ella es muy bonita, sabe que la cuido yo. Porque la prende, la fuma, la pasa, la para elevarnos un rato. Nos vamos de antro, muy destapando, siempre enfiestado, pacas tronando y en arrancones me ven zumbando. Me ven zumbando, muy destapando, siempre enfiestado, pacas tronando y en arrancones me ven zumbando. Me ven zumbando, me ven zumbando.
Dual citizenship. Listen, don't play these games with these people. I will see you all in the next video.
A los 20 años ya coronamos y desde abajo empecé a triunfar. Fuerte, placoso, bien belicoso y oloroso, vuelo a Versace. No soy de problemas, pero si busco la encuentras, la pacala nunca de faltar. Y bien placos son en el Acura 905, le de arremangar. Ey, siempre con mi Dios y mis sanjuditas a la orden del viejón. Y con mi damita que no falte mi amor. Ella es muy bonita, sabe que la cuido yo. Porque la prende, la fuma, la pasa, la para elevarnos un rato. Nos vamos de antro, muy destapando, siempre enfiestados, pacas tronando y en arrancones me ven zumbando. Me ven zumbando, muy destapando, siempre enfiestados, pacas tronando y en arrancones me ven zumbando. Me ven zumbando, me ven zumbando.
Listen. Hey, and I will see you all in the next video.
Me ven zumbando. Me ven zumbando.